All right, guys. Alrighty. It looks like we are live for today's session. One thing I want to cover in today's session, guys, is I've been noticing something as I was doing my analysis today, and there's something that I really noticed in the markets, and I want to share with you what's going on and what I'm seeing in the markets right now. So let's get straight into. I want to share with you, is a big bull run about to start, and it's actually not on the stock market. It's on another market that I've been doing some more analysis today and all that sort of stuff, and it was really interesting to see that. So let me do this. Let me make sure that everything is good to hear. All right, so I think it looks pretty good from here. All right, it sure does. All right, fantastic. All right, guys, so let's get straight into today's session right now. Let's go. Guys, do not place a trade based on what you're seeing in this session today, because trading is risky and it can cause substantial financial loss. There is no guarantees of making money in the markets, and trading does take a long time and a lot of time to be, to get ahead in the market. So be smart about the way that you're trading, and as I said before, it takes a long time to become a really good trader in the markets. Also, guys, if you haven't done so, today is the last day that I'm running a special on the trading course just for $7. So if you go to johnsflashsale.com, JOHNS flashsale.com, you can get access to that. Today's the last day for that. And also, if you'd like to get access to a free trial to my Master Trader Lab, then you can go to mastertraderlab.com for that. Let me go into what's happening right now in the markets. Okay, so firstly, by looking at the markets and by looking at the Dow Jones and the S&P 500 and all that sort of stuff, you can see what's really going on here right now and what's happening in the markets. So we can see that we firstly are on the Dow Jones and the S&P 500, pretty much nothing going on through there. Okay, no changes at all. Even the NASDAQ had a little bit of a down day, but pretty much nothing going on yet. We still haven't got a confirmation of a change in momentum. So once again, for me, the change in momentum is around that 6,900 mark. And then we could see a nice move down from there. The thing that I really want to focus on today is actually the gold stocks. Are we about to see a big bull run in the gold stocks? Because I've been really analyzing that today as I was doing my trading. And I'm like, wow, I can really start to see that this is now starting to show a lot of strength here. And we're starting to get a lot of turnaround here in the markets. So as we can see, right, if we go down to, say, the GDX through here, and if I squeeze my chart up, I'm noticing something here on this GDX here, which is just really interesting to me. Firstly, what I want to what I see here right now is the market is starting to step up very nicely. Higher highs, higher lows. We created a higher high up here, and then we came down and created this higher low. And look at this here. Look at this here. This is what's telling me that this is now potentially the start of a big bull run in the gold stocks. Now, I've been bearish to gold stocks for quite some time because the market's been a bit iffy in the markets. But by looking at the gold stocks, by looking at this here, you can see this high up here. We had this high, came down, and look at this here. Look at this big gap up through here and that volume there. I didn't know whether that was going to be now, when that happens, if we get followed through, this is what we call a breakaway gap. That's a pretty strong gap. Plus, also, we're getting some decent volume coming through as well too. So the GDX is actually starting to really gain a lot of strength through here. But the other thing by looking at this chart as well too, is that we're now clearly getting back above this major resistance line through here, which is a telling sign, which is an absolute telling sign. And what I mean by that is that we're actually getting below getting above this trend line through here, and we're getting above this support level through here, and resistance level through here as well too. So these support levels through here, and now we have this resistance level through here. We're now getting a big push through to the upside, and breaking back above this. Now breaking back above this, this shows me that by looking at this chart now, this shows me that this is some sort of a false breakout to the downside. And now we're getting a rally back to the upside. And now what we're seeing is we're getting a rally, and a strong rally back above these resistance levels through here. So by looking at the GDX here right now, guys, by looking at the GDX, it does look like we're now starting to getting a lot of strength. Now, if you look at the GDXJ as well too, right? And you can see this here. This was a telling sign. I talked about this in yesterday's session, but the telling sign, well, look at this here, right? We had a big double bottom. Now, I didn't know whether that double bottom was going to hold or not. It was very, very iffy, but look at this here. Big double bottom. Then we ran up, made a higher high, came down, made a higher low, and then bam, big breakaway. And look at that volume coming into this here right now. Now we're breaking above previous highs as well too. Very, 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 very strong sign in the markets. Very strong sign in the markets. So that's basically what's going on there with the GDX now in the GDXJ. Now, if I go to my weekly chart, we're now getting, this is a clear sign that you can see here, right? Like we had all this support level through here. It actually ran back up, sort of held it as support. And now we're breaking back above both my long-term trend line coming down through here. And now this is rallying back up above here with a lot of volume behind as well too. So we have a double bottom in place, a higher high, higher low, and now we're breaking above this resistance level through here. This is a very, 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 very bullish sign, guys. And it looks like this is the game changer. This is starting to be the game changer of the first initial sign to see the markets start to see a big bull run to the upside. And so that's basically what we're seeing through here. And that's basically what we're seeing, with the markets here. So that's basically what I'm seeing right now. And that's the question mark, is like, are we about to see a big bull run? And I'm telling you right now, guys, this is the sign. This is the sign that we're starting to see a lot of strength come back into these gold miners. Because the thing is that if you look at this here, right? If you look at this resistance level, this support level through here, that should have held. But what ended up happening was we came down, made a big double bottom, ran up higher high, higher low, and now we're breaking above all this resistance levels through here with a lot of momentum, with a lot of volume as well too. So these gold stocks right now are showing so much strength and so much momentum that this could be possibly the start of another big bull run. Now, I'm not saying that you should go out there and start to buy gold stocks, because I'm not talking about every single gold stock out there. I'm just talking about the stocks that basically the GDX and the GDXJ. That's what I'm seeing here right now, and seeing this right now. And you can see this here, right? Like, especially having this higher high, now the higher low. And that's why I say everything's in the charts and we can see what's happening here. This is now the start, guys, of what I believe is to see some really good bullish movement in the markets. This is the start, I believe, of a nice big bull run in the markets here. Now, it's not going to go straight up. We're not going to see big vertical spikes. But in the gold stocks, the GDX, the GDXJ, we are likely to see some big movement to the upside. Now, as I said before, guys, like, I've always been bearish in the markets. Like, I've been bearish because the markets haven't given me a definite signal. But after seeing today's action, how we created this higher high, higher low, and breaking past previous highs with a double bottom, this is now the start now of a nice big bull run to come, especially with all that volume there. So I really do see that we're likely to start seeing some big movement out of these gold stocks, and a lot more to the upside. So that's what I wanted to share with you today, guys. I wanted to give you guys a bit of an update on that. If you have any questions, guys, put them in the chat box, and I'll be happy to help you out there. But once again, guys, the charts, because we broke down through here, I didn't know whether this was going to be a follow through to the downside or not. But today's action, shows me that we're now seeing a lot of bullishness in the markets here, a lot of bullishness in the markets. And so that's basically what we're seeing through there and what's actually happening in the markets right now. So, and people saying the US dollar, UUP. Now, even though the US dollar is making higher lows through here, we are starting to slow, which is possibly coming to an end of trend type of thing. If we get a breakdown here on the US dollar and we get a breakdown through here on the UUP, which obviously is the US dollar, then that's going to now change from an uptrend now to a lot more bearishness in the markets as well too. We're still slightly in an upward trend right now. We are making higher lows, but it's not a strong upward trend. It's a slowing. Slowing simply means that instead of it making nice, strong high move, we're sort of just going sideways. And now we're sort of just leaning. We're sort of just sideways through here. So the US dollar is slowing, and if we do get a big breakdown through here, that's obviously going to be much bullish as well too. So, so that's basically what I see there on the US dollar. Now, what I mean by slowing, guys, is that if you look at a big strong upward trend, you know, you'd see a big, nice higher, high, low, higher, low sort of thing. You know what I mean? Like a big upward trend, nice high, low, and high, right? So higher highs, higher lows. A slowing upward trend is we're doing this sort of action. You know what I mean? Like we're just, or something like that. But you can see how we're not strong. We're sort of just slowing type of thing. So that's basically what I'm looking at there, guys, with the US dollar and all that sort of stuff in the markets. I wanted to give you guys a bit of an update on that because the GDX, the GDXJ are definitely starting to see a lot of strength through there and a lot of movement through there. And that's what I'm seeing right now in the markets. So let me go answer some questions there, guys. Once again, guys, if you haven't done so, make sure you go to johnsflashsale.com to get your trading course. Today's the last day for that flash sale. And also, if you'd like to get a free trial to the Master Trader Lab, go to mastertraderlab.com. I think the Fed are dovish tomorrow at the FOMC meeting, then gold and silver will explode higher. Maybe. We just got to keep following the charts, guys. That's what I keep saying. Just keep following the charts. We can never pick the bottom. We can never pick the tops. But when we start to see, you know, like we're seeing here right now, right? Like a nice higher high, higher low, everything's changing trend. That's basically what we're looking at here, right? We're seeing a nice change in trend in the markets. Higher high, higher low, and breaking through previous highs. So that's basically what I'm seeing there in these markets. What do I think about Bitcoin? Bitcoin. Bitcoin's pretty much still on a bearish leg there, so I definitely wouldn't want to be. What happened with Bitcoin today? Bitcoin just sideways, just slightly. Yeah, I'm still Bitcoin is still very bearish overall. There's nothing saying this is a change in trend. Again, just look at the simple charts. But there's nothing to say here this is a change in trend on Bitcoin, not yet anyway. It may be the bottom, but I'm not about picking bottoms. I'm about jumping on trends. And that's why I'm doing this session for you today to say, listen, we have now just formed a big double bottom and a higher low breaking through. The GDX and GDXJ guys are getting very a lot of buying support right now. This could be the start of a big bull run to come for the next couple of years. So yeah, definitely. My target for silver, yeah, and the same with silver as well too. Now silver's actually getting a lot of buying out of here, but we're still not out of the woodworks with silver itself because we're still at this level through here. So it's very hard to say with silver, and the same with gold as well too. We're getting a lot of strong buying moves out of here in gold as well too. So it'd be really interesting to see what's going to happen here with gold. Do we continue rallying up? If so, then we could see a nice move on the upside. Let's go and have a look at John. Can you please take a look at platinum? I don't have platinum on this software here, so I don't I don't actually have the code for this here on this platform anyway. On my futures and Forex platform that I trade with, I can actually share that with that there, but I don't actually have it on this one here. So yeah, so there we go, guys. The better you can read the chart, the better trader you'll be. So just make sure you continue to do really, really, really well with reading the charts. Again, guys, I'm not about picking tops and bottoms. I'm about the flowing with the markets. And right now, these markets are definitely turning around, and especially this GDX and GDXJ, and getting so much buying activity right now that this could be the start of, again, this is a very, very, very strong bottoming pattern. And yeah, so which way do you think natural gas is going to go short term? UNG, natural gas? NUG, is it? No, there we go. Short term, down. Short term, but yeah, there's no real definite signal here for me. Isn't it interesting? A lot of people, when something goes crazy, a lot of people want to get involved with it. That's after the fact. It's like you don't want to be getting involved with that there. So start to see this move down, lower low, lower high, and we're breaking down through here. So that's basically what we're seeing through there in natural gas. But yeah, I definitely. The thing is, guys, is that you never want to just get into a stock because you think it's a good idea. You got to have some sort of a trading setup, guys. Remember, trading is about probability. And if you don't have any probability on your side, then it's you're just gambling. You really are. So I do these analysis and I look at these stocks for you and so on and so forth. But you always want to have, like, I have a trading setup that I trade. I may say, oh, look, GDXJ it looks like it's about to make a big bull run for the next couple of years. Doesn't mean I'm going to trade that. I need to see a good trading setup and then I'll start to trade that. So is NVDA toast? NVDA. Well, it has been a big downward trend for quite some time. So people that are trying to pick bottoms, again, if people are trying to pick a bottom in the markets, are getting absolutely hammered. So weekly chart, this actually looks like it could actually head back down towards 100. So yes, I definitely want to, again, that's why you never want to be fighting the market. Why? Look at this here, guys. High, lower high, lower high, lower high. And oh, what's this here? It's another lower high. So the sellers have continued to lower their prices, and I guarantee people trying to pick the bottoms and send the bottoms in and blah, 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 and then bam, they get hammered again. So, alrighty, guys, well, that's it for me today. I'm glad to have you guys here today, and I hope you guys can see that never trade based on what you think, hope, or fear. Only trade based on a plan. And also, guys, if you haven't done so yet, today is the very last day for the trading course flash sale. So go to Johns, JOHNS, flashsale.com to get that trading course for $7. And then also, if you want to get access to the Master Trader Lab free trial, go to mastertraderlab.com. All right, guys, thanks a lot, and I'll speak to you next time.